We were just talking with Jeff about what LaFleur was talking about having more good-on-good periods. Obviously, you were part of that last year. What do you think the benefit of that approach is for you guys going to the second half?
Yeah, I think it just gives you fast looks. Whatever, you never know what coverage you're going to get, and it's kind of like a game where it's an unscouted look, and you just have to react and play the play. So I think it's really valuable for everybody. Sometimes when you're in carded periods or scouted periods, you don't get as good of looks. So anytime you can go against the defense and get fast looks, I think it's beneficial.
So when you're doing that, then you're testing your players to stick to their rules.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I think it's good for us.
What do you see from the pass defense, which ranks right at the top of the league in a lot of regards?
Yeah, starts with the rush. They're productive with their pass rushes. Jalen Johnson's he's doing a great job this year. Their safeties have been flying around and making plays. They do a good job, obviously, getting around the ball. They have a lot of interceptions and forced fumbles. And then their linebackers, very athletic. They can cover a lot of ground, make a lot of plays. So they're pretty good all around.
What's the key to unlocking your red zone?
For us, I think it's just staying out of negative plays. You look at the drives where we don't have penalties or just negative plays in general, and we're excellent in the red zone. But if we do have negative plays, we just got to make sure we overcome those. And that's been our Achilles heel this year as far as scoring, is having those negative plays down there that get us behind the sticks and really force us into field goal opportunities.
So do you feel any better this week about what Josh might be able to do with that opposite hand?
Yeah, he's been practicing, doing a good job. Limited, but he's doing good. Yeah.
What do you think? Don't know if you're going to get MarShawn Lloyd this week or not, but when he is in, can he still contribute? I mean, is there something?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get him back in the fold. Obviously, with the bye week, you go back and kind of self-scout and watch all the old film that you had for the year. And the one game that he played, you just saw his explosive potential, his quickness, his receiving ability. Very good player. So, he's working through some stuff, and he's trying to get back as fast as he can. But at the same time, we just got to make sure we're smart with it and everything. But, yeah, he's working, and I'm looking forward to getting him back very soon.
In some positions, you eat this much of a season for a rookie, not being able to play or practice. It'd be tough to come back. Is it easier for a running back?
Yes and no, because you can kind of limit, whereas an old lineman, you're out there playing, and you just have to do whatever the situation dictates. Where a running back, you can kind of, or a receiver, something like that, you can pick and choose kind of how you want to use them. So I think at first, once he gets back, we'll start doing that, and then just kind of build him up from there.
Hey, Stenavich, going back to Myers for a second, since you didn't quite finish your answer. How important is, I know Elton's a versatile, good player, but it does throw off the whole deal when you're having to make changes like that. How important is it to have him back if he's able?
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime you can have your starting center, that's just the middle of your line, you know what I mean? So, guy that gets everything directed, all the calls, everything like that. So, yeah. It's very important, for sure.
This might be a good question for Vrabel, but we don't get him this week. Why is Jayden Reed so good on the deep ball? Like, he's not the Christian Watson 6'4" guy.
Yeah.
Usually those short guys aren't that kind of threat, but he's been unbelievable.
Well, obviously his speed, it starts there, getting open, finding the ability to get open down the field. He is a punt returner. He's a return guy, so some guys just naturally tracking the ball, things like that. He's natural at it, you know what I mean? So that's why he's a punt returner too. Is those deep balls you just can judge it in space, things like that. So I think he does a really good job with that.
Did Jordan look like he was a healthy quarterback this week in practice?
Yeah, Jordan's looked really good this week. Yep.
I mean, you've had to kind of adjust your expectations with him, right? Of what he can do.
I wouldn't say adjust your expectations. You just kind of have to limit what you ask of him. You know what I mean? But he's out there playing, so you just got to make sure, if he's out there, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, protecting yourself, being able to scramble, being able to get out of trouble, whatever that dictates. So, no, he's looked really good this week, and the bye came at a good time for him, just to get his legs back, and hopefully we can, feel good moving forward.
You think you'll start to see some of the things he did?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope, this is a good step for him to just have a great season the rest of the way.
Getting his legs back, how much do the interceptions have to do with the injuries and not being 100%?
I don't know if I can answer that. I think the biggest thing with him is just, decision making with the football and just making sure he's making good decisions. And sometimes he can get in trouble when he's trying to make a play or something like that, and then, throws it into a bad look or tries to force a ball. So he's just got to be smart with the ball, and we know he can do that. So I have all the confidence in the world.
Are these plays that you'd expect a healthy Jordan Love to be able to make, and it's just learning how to play when you're 100%?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that, but I just think with him, whether he's healthy or not, you have the ball. You got to make sure you make those good decisions with it.
I don't think Wicks was knocked coming out of college for not having good hands, and I've seen him buck balls.
Yeah, he's got some really good hands for sure.
So when a guy who has good hands has the drop numbers that he's had,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously some of that was accuracy of the throw, right? But do you overemphasize that, or do you kind of?
Yeah, you just go back. You kind of go back and all right, what's your weekly process with how you warm up, how you train your hands, what are you doing, and you just got to make tweaks, and we've done that, and hopefully we see the results from that moving forward. But I have a ton of confidence in Tay, and I know whatever issues we have with the catching, we'll get those resolved, and I'm excited about that.
When it comes to being successful off play action, I assume there's other elements to it other than just having a successful run game to lean on. What are some of those other factors?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much everything. Obviously the run game, but then you got your protections, always starts there. And then just having the receivers to stretch the field and create that space between the second and third levels with whatever you're trying to do. And a lot of times, you're not going to get the premier look that you want. So just checking it down to your playmakers, whether that be Josh or Tucker. You've seen those guys make a ton of plays when they just get, catch a short underneath route and make an explosive gain off of that. So, it's just having the speed, having the good route running ability, but then obviously the pass protection too to keep the quarterback clean.
Hey, Steno, you played in one of college football's best rivalries, right? Michigan, Ohio State.
The best rivalry in college football. Yeah, anyways. Yeah.
Ohio State.
No.
They do that.
No. But yes, did.
I'm curious, I always tried to understand exactly what NFL rivalries are. Like, they're always, the fans are obviously really into it.
Yeah.
You grew up in Wisconsin, so you
Yeah.
know that, right? But from Matt saying that he showed the guys the video and stuff like that. Like, different coaches have taken different approaches to it. You got 17 games, you got division teams. Like, what is it like around here for Bears Week?
I think it's important to stress that stuff. I really do, and we've done that since we've been here. Is because it is a big game, and it's the cool thing about being a part of the Packers organization is to play in a game against such a great franchise like Chicago. So that's what makes it special being here, and it's fun. The players embrace it. It's a great week, and like you said, like going through a 17-game schedule, things can get tedious. So anytime you can kind of emphasize something or just get the guys fired up a little bit more for things, I think that's a good thing.
You guys have so many young guys around here over the last couple of years. Did you think Matt doing that video was healthy for these young guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anytime, you can say it, but like when you go back and look at the history, you're like, wow, this is a big deal. So, no, I think that's great for any rookie or young guy who's coming in, anyone new to the Packers to understand what this game's all about.
So growing up in Marshfield, did you hate the Bears too?
Yeah. Oh, I was Absolutely. I was a huge cheesehead growing up, yeah. You bet.
Identify some of the numbers of some of the guys on the tape, could you? I mean, was there anybody you didn't know who was there, as it was Wisconsin?
No, I pretty much knew everyone. You know, you get some of the black and white ones and all that stuff you might not know, especially the Bears. Yeah, oh yeah, we hit the whole history of everything. It's good. It's really good. A lot of games.
Yeah, Sean Ryan said there were some with like leather helmets.
Yeah.